And you lead millions of people to hell every day, every night, and you get paid for it. And there are tens of thousands of you. They're all out there making money, and they can't sing. They have no value whatsoever, just like a Kardashian, a valueless, soulless being that sold her soul to the devil. And you can learn that people sell their souls to the devil. Most rock stars, most people in the entertainment business, most people high in office, most people with money have sold their souls to the devil, knowingly, in a ceremony, in a knowing act. Yeah? And they get something for it. They get fame and fortune. And they also get to be a mean, boisterous, extremely selfish person who never really has friends, who never really finds love, who never really finds satisfaction in life whatsoever because they don't have a soul. Yeah? And those people recruit other people to follow them, be their fans, and lose their souls, because that's what they sold their soul to the devil for, is to get everybody else who follows that person to also sell their soul to get the same thing this person's getting. So Kardashians, Bruce, all of it comes back because the devil does exist. And this is judgment time. And now you get to see the people who sold their souls to the devil. And you actually get to see incarnations of the devil manifested walking around and killing people. Holding back, things that would make things better. Causing all continents around the world to follow that demon. And hold everything back. They won't go to anything for social justice. They won't go anything to end a war. They won't go to anything to create a greater ecological mindset of any kind. He won't go to any of that. But he'll jump into Putin's backyard and have a happy old day. And he loves going to North Korea. And he loves seeing the way the military puts itself together right in front of the great dictator. He really loves that. He said it over and over again. I love the way they treat him. I love the way they treat the dictator. I wish people treated me the same way. He said that. I got that on video 3 different times. It's ridiculous. Yeah? And these are all playing out demons, people who sold their soul to the devil, which means the devil's a walking and a talking on earth. Yeah? And you get to see the show, and you're paying for it. Yeah? And that's how you sell your soul to the devil. Is that you fundraise for it, you go to the games, you stand behind it as a fan, you put on that look-alike, area. Yeah? And you've been recruited. Yeah. So we're at the end of days, in the process of externalizing Satan, externalizing the Antichrist, and externalizing judgment and people who sold their souls to the devil. Yeah. And making it impossible for them to reap anything out of it. Yeah. Their whole process will only go into a lower and lower and lower state. No achievements. Less and less achievements. Yeah. Yeah. If you look at all the people who sold their souls to the devil, the outcome of those people is most of them committed suicide. No achievements. Yeah. There are so many people in a famous area, books have been written about it, people who sold their souls to the devil, and by the time they die, they look like the devil. Yeah? Their behavior is like the devil. Their characteristics is more like the devil than it was the human being that we would have considered as a human. And that's all the way back to a person called Faust, one of the first people to sell themselves to the devil that we know of in history that's written down, documented. He's one of the greatest violin players in the world. Had long fingers and looked just like the devil. And he could play like you couldn't imagine. Yeah? And he said he sold his soul to the devil. And after he sold his soul to the devil, he went from a mediocre violin player to the world's finest violin player. And people bowed to him all over the place. They couldn't help it, because it was the devil incarnated standing right there, yeah, entertaining them, yeah, which went right into their solar plex, went right into their fanatical energy, causing them to lower down to their knees and, pledge that this is the greatest master they ever seen. Yeah? And this goes on and on and on. All the entertainment process is mainly built on that. Of people who pledge themselves for fame and fortune. And they find a way to do it that is trickery and suspicion and lies. Just like the actor. The actor is known for acting, and what they are is a liar. Yeah, that's what they're best known for. They have to embody the being, the character that they're playing, and then they have to, as a personality, they have to lie. Yeah? And the better they are at lying, the better they are at making you feel that this is all true, yeah, the better they are as an actor. And they literally have to be possessed by the elements that is in that writing. It's not them, but it's the elements in the story. And that's the astral plane. Yeah? It's a whole other reality. And all we have to do is believe that it's there. Go into fantasy and do a delusion and illusion and create the storybook look. The clothes, the makeup, the look. Yeah? All the characters in play. And all of a sudden, you've been transported to this place. Yeah? And that's the astral plane, where we could be meditating. We could be hearing things that are of beauty and sound and origin, like flowers and birds, and correct music with the right tones and tunes, and learn rhythm and all the different things that it comes with nature. Yeah? And all those things open up our soul. But these other things that have to do with lying distort the process of nature. So it literally is using the very things of nature, which would be intuition and developing higher skills, yeah, abilities, where it literally leads you to lower abilities to become a psychic and a medium.
All